Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my late night review of Eden Zero Chapter 50. And I'm sorry this one is even late in general, guys. It's just let's just say that this pretty much day alone has not been kind to me. Just pretty much just pretty much from pretty much the absolute moment I woke up to I woke up to oh, I woke up to pretty much the evening, and to pretty much the evening I was just in a I just, let's just say from morning to evening I kind of had some I had some I pretty much had a little bit of some important stuff to take care of, and it was the kind of important stuff that just kind of left me, that it was kind of one of those things where, or the important stuff I had to take care of, it just kind of left me in a really terrible mood, by the around the time I got home. Like around the time I got home, I was in such terrible mood by pretty much everything I was dealing with. I was dealing with this morning, that I was just not in the freaking mood in order to do a review, and I'm still partially in that mood right now, but I'm let's just say I'm feeling a lot better now. Yeah. So first off, so getting into the review itself, you don't want to hear me bitch and moan all day, so let's get into the review itself. Like I said, Eden Zero Chapter 50. So first off, I gotta talk about the color page, because yeah, again, if there's anything I know that we can instantly give Mashima credit for, is on his ability to just make a color page, and the environment of the color page come to life with just his use of vibrant colors. And in this case, it not only cheered me up, but it already gave me a sense for what kind of a planet that basically the planet of Sun Jewel is. And immediately, one thing I picked up on, both from the one page and just the chapter in general, just kind of getting into the overall environment of Sun Jewel, is that Sun Jewel itself very much reminds me of the ship from One Piece film Gold, known as Grand Tesoro. The whole environment of Sun Jewel, it reminded me of the Grand Tesoro from basically the One Piece film Gold movie, and those feelings definitely got stronger as I continued reading, and we learned that Sun Jewel is essentially a gambler's planet. Now, I'm not saying that Mashima decided to rip off the movie or anything, but just kind of this kind of initial chapter, which is kind of introducing us to the whole world of Sun Jewel, it's the Sun Jewel. It's kind of hard to completely ignore all the key similarities here. Just kind of just to the introduction of the planet alone, I guess you could say. And hopefully, and obviously with those with those key similarities, I think there's obviously going to be some key differences as well, but yeah, just with this like introduction to Sun Jewel being a gambling planet, and just like it being like just looking at just being just this golden city almost. It does remind me a lot of the ship of Prince Grand Tesoro, obviously, but yeah, yeah, it's a fun little. It's just fun to see this giant golden gambling city again. This kind of setting again of a giant golden gambling city. Also, yeah, with this chapter. This chapter pretty much already confirmed what I knew, that basically Valkyrie is leading some kind of resistance group on Sun Jewel. And after this chapter, it's with good reason, as we also meet our antagonist of the arc, the Scarlet Woman, who's using something called satellite blades to effectively act as judge, jury, and executioner to pretty much anyone who commit crimes. which that in itself already tells me that on this planet, obviously with any planet, there's going to be some fuckery going on. But yeah, there is some massive fuckery going on this planet, because how much you want to bet that any percentage of people on this planet who commit crimes, like that robbery, like that robbery on the planet, are also those who make up the poor population of the planet. Like, I'm already getting a sense that from what this woman is doing is essentially is almost forcing a good chunk of the population into basically poverty and being poor, only so they can be forced into crime, and then she's free in order to use her power to execute them. Like, she's pretty much committing a cleansing here, of all things. She's committing a cleansing here, and yeah, it's pretty fucked up, very fucked up. So yeah, I definitely gotta give Hero Mushroom balls for in terms of tackling something like this. I mean, yeah, and I definitely want to know a lot more in terms of these these blades she's using, these kind of satellite blades she's using. I want to know how these things work exactly. Like, obviously from the name, obviously it taps into the powers of satellites and a satellite weapon system, maybe, or something like that. But yeah, I want to know how these blades work, or something like that, specifically. And also, I don't know if it's going to come down to it, but in terms of the satellite blades, in terms of these satellite blades being the weapon of the Scarlet Woman, I'm really happy about this, because in some ways I think it kind of, I hope it isn't the case, but I'm kind of glad that we're seeing someone with a power that doesn't include an ether gear, or something like an ether gear power. Hopefully that's not the case, but for now I'm just glad that so far it isn't like an ether gear power. Hopefully. um. And of course, not only the Scarlet Woman, but by adding Draken Joe into the mix, this just makes things worse. And I want to know what exactly Joe means when he says he smells money. I mean, when he says that he wants to get a hold of the Eden Zero because he smells money on it. I don't really want to know what he means by that, because I'm probably overthinking it, and he probably just means he'll sell the ship once he gets his hands on it. But it also sounds like Mushroom is kind of throwing a hint at us as to what his power might be. I don't know. I'm probably overthinking it, and he's probably just saying, hey, I want to hold the Eden Zero. I want to hold the Eden Zero because it looks like it could make some money for me. Yeah, I'm just curious what he means by that. Now, having said that, there was one major thing about this chapter that I was kind of disappointed in, which is that Captain Connor was essentially side-shafted in this chapter, and we really didn't get to learn much more about him. But I assume that particular aspect is going to change as this arc progresses, and it'll probably all come to head when at the point that pretty much the crew and Homeda is reintroduced and kind of reunited with pretty much Valkyrie, because so far from the way because so far obviously I'm kind of like I'm with all the characters when they say that they're having a hard time trusting Connor, but at the same time I think once Valkyrie is kind of introduced to the crew, and Connor gets introduced to him, I think that's when things are going to start making sense. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Connor is kind of part of this little resistance group, that this little resistance force too. But won't know for sure, and we won't know for sure exactly what is Connor's deal until pretty much until Connor and Valkyrie even meet, obviously. And yeah. I definitely want to. And yeah, the other thing I'm kind of disappointed about with how much Connor got side shafted is, I definitely want to know if my crazy theory last week was right about the whole Eden's Armada fleet, whatever you want to call it, was correct, which I think the fact just alone that there is like an Eden 0 and Eden's 1, like that there's numbers that are even assigned to these ships to begin with, doesn't really leave a whole lot of room in a whole lot of room in, a lot of doubt, a whole lot of doubt about the fact that there probably is like an Eden's fleet in general, but yeah, so I'm pretty confident about that one. Um, and good old Mashima, he couldn't resist bringing in an old fan favorite character back of basically of pretty much Ichiya, bring Ichiya, a fan favorite character, back into the series in some form or fashion. Even in this case, if it was only just as like one of the bank robbers' masks, but it in its own weird way. Like even if it was just an Ichiya mask, it was still just kind of a hilarious little cameo thing. And it honestly makes me hope that Mashima does bring in like pretty much like almost kind of a pretty much Ichiya character into the series at some point. But if not, then the mask was definitely, it was good enough of a cameo for sure. But yeah, just kind of seeing just an Ichiya mask alone, it just made me realize how much I really like Ichiya I really liked Ichiya as a character in Fairy Tail. He was one of the characters I really liked for sure. But yeah, guys, that's my review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Crunchyroll. Death Knight of Anime, signing off. Later, guys.